Well, welcome back. We are back here in the sports bar after Sunderland have come away with all 3 points down at the MKM Stadium. Myself and Danny will go through the action in a moment. But Danny, your reflections on that? And Sunderland, 10 games down, top of the league.
Top of the table, yeah. I think overall it wasn't a classic, was it? I think it was a scrappy game. Thought they shaded it in the second half in terms of opportunities, but sometimes you've got to win ugly, and we've managed to do that this afternoon.
Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest of games, and at times Sunderland almost costing themselves, weren't they, with the carelessness at times. They made it a bit harder than it should have been, maybe. Yeah,
I think so. I think we said at half-time, it's one of those where you look back, if you don't get something from it, you're kicking yourselves because it was there for the taking. It felt like that. I think the whole were great, trying to play out from the back, kept giving the ball back to us. But then it sort of filtered through to ourselves. We were getting a little bit sloppy in the second half ourselves. A game with very few opportunities, especially from our point of view. Obviously, they had a couple where they hit the crossbar, start the second half. They came into the game a little bit more, but a little bit of magic from Wilson on the counter-attack. And we said at half-time, it looked like Hull were going to get an opportunity or two from counter-attacking from our set pieces. But that's proved to be the case, and the difference in the game where they've had a controversial one. We'll get onto it and we'll have a look at the highlights where the referee, they feel, has got in the way. But Wilson's capitalised on it. He's ran half the length of the pitch and dinked one over the keeper. Lovely finish, 3 points in the bag.
Let's have a look back through at the game then and see if we can see where Sunderland went right this afternoon and where maybe they went wrong as well. But the most important thing is they came away with all 3 points. Looking at some of the moments here from that first half, Sunderland really dominating possession in that first half, Danny.
They did, yeah, but I think we had 62% of the ball in that first half. But yeah, didn't do too much with it, didn't work the keeper enough, and I think that would have been what Regis said to the lads at half-time. All the play we're having, moved the ball a little bit quicker, but we didn't. We allowed Hull to get back into their shape. You see opportunity, and that's our best opportunity in the first half, and it's a half chance at best for Isidore, isn't it, on his left foot. We had a lot of ball down the channels, didn't do enough with it. I thought Coyle defended well against Romain on that left-hand side. I felt Patrick could have done a little bit more, been a little bit more direct in going with it himself. So a chance, a few opportunities, but this is what it was all about for Hull in that first half. They had 3 or 4 opportunities on the counter-attack from our set pieces like this. Didn't make it count. We've made our 1 opportunity count on the counter.
Yeah, I said it in commentary. I said it was ironic that their game plan was to try and catch us on the counter, and then we weren't really playing that way, and then we ended up doing it to them.
Yeah. Well, from their point of view, I was just looking at it. They sat Liam Rossignol because they didn't feel like he was playing an attacking brand of football. But I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of Hull so far this season, but watching him today, slow build up from the back,
chaotic,
cagey. It looked nervy. The keeper didn't look comfortable with the ball at his feet. And they caused their own problems, I felt at times. So yeah, I mean, moving forward, is he going to get his blueprint into them? We'll have to wait and see. Only time will tell. But you're 10 games into the season now, and I wasn't impressed with Hull today. I've got to be honest. I didn't think they moved the ball quick enough. They gave the ball back to us at times. But at the same time, we've turned up and we've not been nowhere near our best either. But when you're not at your best, you've got to take something from the game. And the way the game was going, I would have perhaps thought, you know what, I'll take a point from it. But we've more than took that. We've took 3 from it, so it's not a bad sign, is it, when you're not at your best again and you're picking up 3 points and a clean sheet?
I mean, that effort from Job here was one of only a couple of shots in the first half, really, from Sunderland.
Yeah, on top of Wilson's just past the post, wasn't it? This one, I mean, I feel it was a handball. I've got to be honest. I think Chris gets away with one there. It's just outside the box. Ball's over his shoulder. He knows the man's coming in behind him. The arm's up high. I think he's got away with one, but he was immaculate today. I thought Chris Mepham, I thought he was excellent back there. My man of the match. I'm sure 1 or 2 in the room will agree. Maybe 1 or 2 will look at other players as well.
It's not like you to go for a Welsh international defender as man of the match. They did have the opportunities though, Hull.
Yeah, it was here now. Padilla, wasn't it? I thought he was nowhere near it in the first half. He was on his heels too often, but this one, ball into him, gets a yard, bang, off the crossbar or the angle, and we got away with that one there. And we didn't start the second half well, to be honest. We had 5-10 minutes where we weren't quite at it, and I was thinking, is Regis going to have a look behind him and maybe try and freshen it up, possibly? But he stuck with the lads out there at that moment in time, and obviously they came good on the counter-attack. And as I said there, it was a little bit of a frustrating afternoon for both Romain and Patrick. They were handled quite well at times and weren't quite at their best this afternoon. So if that's the case, then somebody else has obviously got to step up And that man there was Wilson Isidore this afternoon.
Yes, but Hull did have some opportunities early in the second half. That went pretty close as well. And this is a big talking point. Is obviously it's the goal.
Yeah.
Hull will feel the referee had some involvement in this, not in a positive way.
Yeah.
But they have opportunities to clear it the whole time. Wilson has a clean finish in the end.
This is a good angle to look at it from now.
Keep an eye on
initially, the ref's in his way. He moves to the ref, but then now he's not interfering. And then he can go to Drama. He can play. He can go out that way. He chops back and goes into the referee. And then Drama, as we said there, does really well to get back goal side. Then Isidore slows him up and then just goes again. You see there now he's back goal side and then bang, he goes again. Keeper's come flying out and it's a lovely little dink finish, isn't it? And made up for him, third goal of the season.
Yeah, he took his opportunity well. And then Hull, of course, had a bit of a spell following that, but again, not really.
Too many good opportunities.
Can't remember Anthony Patterson making a save.
Ball into the box. Job just does enough there, up against centre forward again, isn't it? And then, I don't think either side really. I think it's Chrissy Rigg now on the half volley. Difficult one on his weaker right foot, going away from goal. Just can't direct it on target. So it wasn't a classic, we're saying there, but it's one of them. You'll take it every day of the week. Well, this one, it's not a penalty. Drama just gets a foot on the ball, does enough. And then right at the end there, keepers forward. And then João Pedro, I think, wasn't it, off the bench there, can't get it on target. So not too many good clear-cut opportunities for ourselves. Hull probably had the best chances in the game, but I thought a draw probably would have been a fair result. But when you're taking all three, you'll take it all day.
You'll take it all day, and this is why. Let's have a look at the league table if we can. This will be good reading for the Sunderland fans watching around the world here on SFC Live. Sunderland at top of the league. 10 games played. You can look at it now, Daddy.
Look at the table now. Yeah, we're into, a good chunk of the season, aren't we? Yeah, fans are happy in the room behind us as well, but decent goal difference. Obviously sat there, 22 points. Another clean sheet for the boys at the back as well. So we're doing a lot of things right, aren't we? Sometimes you get away with it if you're scoring a lot of goals, but you're leaking. But we're doing well at both ends of the pitch as well, which is always a good sign. Yeah,
another clean sheet for Anthony Patterson as well. Let's have a look and see what you've been saying around the world. If we can have a look at the hashtags. If people have been getting involved, tell us where you're watching. Let's see what this one. Sammy's been in touch. Hi from Quinsbar. Sammy's in here somewhere. Man of the match, Danny. You've already touched upon it, but I think you went for Chris Mepham this afternoon.
Yeah, there could have been a few. I think Dennis Serkin defended really well as well. But I'd go Chris Mepham. I thought time and time again he was in the right place at the right time, just reading the game as a centre-back. I think he's 26 now, Chris. Got himself into the team, and generally he's been a consistent 7, 8 out of 10. I'd give him a 9 out of 10 today. That one iffy handball decision aside, didn't put a foot wrong all afternoon, did he? I'd go for him. Mentioned to one or two of the other boys as well, you had to put a shift in and do the ugly side of the game. I thought Dan Neil was much better as well this afternoon in there, controlled a lot of the time in the middle of the park. I'd go Chris Mepham.
Let's have a look at the other one. I think we've got time for another one from Brett. What did you both make of that performance? He's also someone behind us watching. It was not the slickest performance you've seen all season from Sunderland, but got the job done, right?
It is, yeah. We've had a few of them this season. I think there's been games where we have played well and we've cut teams open with some slick play, but that wasn't there today. So then you've got to be resilient and dig in and think, you know what, lads, we haven't brought our A game this afternoon, but there's a big opportunity for us to go back top of the table, and we have to dig in at times, and you might have to wait for that one golden opportunity. And it's come about from nothing, really, hasn't it? As I say there, they've got a corner. We've seen it in the first half. They had 3 or 4 opportunities like what we've had there with Wilson, and they haven't capitalised on it. Whereas Wilson there, he's took the ball, ran the half the length of the pitch there, slowed his man up, lovely composed finish, and that's the difference this afternoon. So when you're not at your best and you're digging out and you're getting 3 points, you're obviously going in the right direction. In the right direction. Sunderland top of the league this evening. Next game, of course, is on Wednesday evening, and that is against Luton Town. It's going to be a different kind of test, isn't it, on Wednesday, Danny? Yeah, obviously they come down after that disappointment, getting relegated from the Premier League. Still kept hold of a lot of their players. 1 or 2 have left, but they brought a few fresh faces in as well. And they haven't had a great start to the season, but still a long way to go. I'm sure Rob Edwards will try and get them going. Difficult ground to go in terms of it's really compact down there. You know, obviously I've played there a few times, and if they're full of energy, Luton, they stop you playing. If they try and suffocate you, it's going to be a difficult one. So couple of days to recover for the lads, obviously, with it playing a day later, but we've got to go again.
Thanks, Danny. Thanks for your company this afternoon. And thanks to everyone inside the sports bar this afternoon. Sunderland top of the league after a 1-0 victory down at Hull City. Hello there. We'll be back on Wednesday evening. It's a 7:45 kickoff, so we'll be on air from 7 a.m. Whatever you're doing this evening, enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.